Friends, wish you a happy new year. I take great pleasure in introducing Dr. Natarajan, an eminent author who has been a college principal. He has written several books both in English and Tamil, and has written various articles in newspapers like Dinamalar, and is currently writing articles in Tuklak and Dinamalar also. Two of his books have been published recently. One is the Tamil version of the book Decade of Decay, named Kasukkaga Desattai, and the other is a collection of his articles published over the last few years. The book is called Yarukkaga India. Now I would like to start the topic for the day. He is seriously into writing a book on Sardar Patel. We will ask him the reason for the book. Sir, why write a book about Sardar Patel when there are so many issues that are current and need to be addressed, rather than somebody who lived in the 30s and 40s?
I think your question carries the answers. Because writing about Patel, we can recollect all the hues and melodies of independent India, and we can juxtapose Patel with other leaders who have not delivered what they promised. And I think Patel, had he been Prime Minister, would have delivered what he promised.
No. Why do you think Patel should have been Prime Minister? Would the people have accepted him?
People would have accepted, because Nehru was foisted on the people by Gandhiji. And if there was a choice between Patel and Nehru, and somehow for whatsoever reason that Gandhiji believed, he installed Nehru as Prime Minister and not Patel. And Patel would have been a better Prime Minister because he is a son of the soil in the sense. Though he also had his barrister education abroad, he is thoroughly a local bred man, and his ideas, views, everything with the soil. He has been a common man. So Nehru had his worldwide view, fashionable notions, his ideologies. Some of the ideologies may not lead to the pragmatic aspect of life. And thoroughly, from tip to toe, he has been a man of practical values.
From what you said, Nehru had a world view. Would he not have been a better Prime Minister, considering India's stand and the...
In 1947, we wanted a person to rule our country. We did not want to have a United Nations set up to have a world view, a diplomat. We wanted a man, a Prime Minister, who understands people, who wants to do good for the nation. Not that he should be a diplomat, he must have wide relations. That was not the necessity. The necessity of the day was how to rule the country which has been under British rule for long.
Sardar Patel didn't live for long after he died in December 1950. Would you think that short stint would have made a big difference to you?
I think the stint had been short because he was not made Prime Minister. Yes, power is the elixir of life. Had he been made Prime Minister, he would have had his own feelings of delivering something, doing good. There has been an undercurrent of his not reaching to the level, which he not openly said that I want to reach that level, but he wanted to do some good by occupying that position. Had he been the Prime Minister, things would have been different. The mental satisfaction that he serves the people from a position of power would have made him healthier, perhaps would have lived longer.
I understand your point. I also realized that immediately after Gandhi was killed, he was accused for it, and within the next 2 months he had an heart attack. Maybe these had a bearing on us, sir?
Certainly, because people were waiting to bash him from the beginning. Even in his during days before the independence, during his a member, president of Congress. There have been, for some reasons, we hate people. There need not be any basis. Without reasons, we are prejudiced against people. So somehow Patel incurred the prejudices of persons simply because he spoke bluntly. He spoke very straight. He called a spade a spade. So that would not have been to the present taking of the persons. So people would have hated. That hatred continued. And that's why they were waiting for an opportunity. When Gandhiji was assassinated, they wanted to link him with that. And even greatest leaders later on regretted that much injustice. Patel was a man more sinned against than sin. So much injustice was done to Patel. He was not understood properly. He was not utilized properly. The book that I propose would present him how he should have been used, and had he been used, how he should have behaved.
The current topic is corruption. What do you think would have been the impact of Patel on corruption when Nehru was also perceived as a clean man?
Nehru was perceived as a clean man, but Patel was a clean man. I think you know the difference.
Yes.
And there were many persons during Nehru's period. There was Mughal, Mundra, Byron Chinchakawat, V.K. Krishnamenon, and so many things. But he tolerated. Whether he had any kickback out of it or not, that's a different question. He tolerated. Why should he tolerate? Patel did not tolerate R.K. Shanmugam Chetty. He asked him to resign. So the attitude of these two people as administrators are different. See, you need not be a bad man. If you tolerate a bad man, you are almost bad. When you don't tolerate anything bad, anything unethical, then you are great. So Patel is greater than Nehru.
So you were talking about how Nehru tolerated corrupt people.
Yes.
Do you think Dr. Manmohan?
Yes, he exactly the same. See, not that he should be corrupt. Very recently, Sudarshan Nachiepan, a Congress minister, said, Raja did not listen to the words of the Prime Minister. When does he say? After 3 years, 4 years. The moment the file was signed, which does not carry the mandate of the Prime Minister was sacked. Reversed the order. He did not do it then. And now somebody tells on behalf of the Prime Minister that the Raja infringed the words of the Prime Minister. He is an imbecile. He cannot take any action on Prime Minister. As Prime Minister, he cannot take action on any minister. Whereas as Deputy Prime Minister, Patel could ask R.K. Shanmugam Chetty to go. So there is vast difference in handling people, in perceived corruption. See, you need not be corrupt. If you tolerate corruption, you are as bad as a corrupt man. So that way, Manmohan Singh is also tolerating corruption means he is part of corruption.
Coming back, will your book also draw parallels to current situation so that the book becomes relevant?
That is the purpose of my book. See, we fought so much for our independence. Independence from British. Okay. But what do we have now? We have got Sonia Gandhi now. Though she is not a Brit, she is a European lady. Though naturalized Indian citizen, all they leave all other things. In no other country, they may give a top role to a naturalized citizen. They may give voting powers and other things, not this much. So again we feel the country is under the shackles of a foreigner. And like Patel and Nehru fought, now somebody who hailed Patel and Nehru should fight against this foreign rule, indirect foreign rule.
Sir, to draw a parallel, USA is a land of immigrants, but they still did not allow Dr. Kissinger to become a president.
Yes.
Do you think the same should be?
Yes. Here also, the Representative People Act must be so amended that all naturalized citizens can vote, but cannot contest any public office, cannot be nominated to any public office. If that amendment is there is no question of one becoming a member of parliament or by becoming a member of parliament become minister or prime minister. That route must be blocked. That's why we got the independence. Today Sonia, tomorrow somebody else might come. Even Rahul Gandhi, by birth, is only half an Indian. We cannot call, say, Nehru was a full-fledged Indian. When you call Rahul Gandhi a full-fledged Indian. He is the son of an Italian mother.
Sir, I hope in future episodes that we have of this, you will be able to touch upon various episodes that you, various anecdotes that would be part of the book.
The main thing is to protect the dynasty rule of Nehru. And had Patel been there, Patel's daughters, sons, grandsons, others would not have. And even Patel was there as secretary and stopped. But it's not so with Indira Gandhi, not so with Rajiv, now Sonia Gandhi, now Rahul. And we all think that dynasty rule started when Indira Gandhi ascended after Nehru, with a brief internal Shastri. But dynasty rule started when Motilal Nehru installed Jawaharlal Nehru in Congress 1928. So, dynasty rule which started there must be broken at some stage. And Narasimha Rao ruled us for some time, for 5 years. And still he is still the best prime minister India has. He led a minority government. But it was during his regime that new economic policy came, liberalization, globalization, all the other things were there. In fact, Narasimha Rao was the architect of all those things. He let the credit go to Manmohan Singh. If Manmohan Singh has been that clever, he should have continued a clever prime minister now. It is not so. Even as finance minister, he was not so. Narasimha Rao was doing everything, he just lent the credit to Manmohan Singh.
Thanks. I hope the book gives us much more.
Yeah, I got numerous
anecdotes.
I got numerous anecdotes from available records, but people have not exposed them. So my job is to cull out materials from written history and to stage to represent Patel, to recredit Patel, because at least people will know that you have got such a leader, and we must have another leader now like him. And to my knowledge, the other leader who grows somewhat closer to Patel is again from Gujarat, Narendra Modi. Though Narendra Modi and Patel cannot be held on equal pedestal, who else can come nearer? Can you call any other Congress leader to come near Patel? No. By 3 terms, by leading corruption in government, Modi has proved this Patel. So Modi is the right person to raise a statue for Patel also. Only after Modi raising this, there is a revival of talk on Patel, and now Congress people never want Patel, and they don't want to own now also, but they are jealous that Modi owns Patel now. So this is what I would like to bring out in my book.
Till we meet again.
Okay.